Crop damage, experiencing the essence of and. This is me creating a model. Well, sort of. So, um, I'm a farmer and I'm experiencing crop damage. So I asked myself, and what influences crop damage? And I look around and I find out that I have crop-eating insects. And then I ask myself, well, and what's influencing that? Well, I know that if I spray pesticides, I should kill them. So and therefore the crop damage encourages me to spray pesticides, and I have a balancing control pests balancing loop. Though I find out that every year I have to kill insects. It's I thought I killed them all. How come I gotta kill some more? Well, as it turns out, I don't kill all of them. So what else influences crop-eating pests? Well, pest births add to more and create more crop-eating insects. And what influences pest birth? Well, it's crop-eating insects have birth, and it adds to more of them. So I'm beginning to get a better sense of what's going on. Yet it seems as though year after year I have to spray more and more more pesticides to take care of the pests. It's getting worse and worse. It doesn't seem as though I have more pests, but it takes more pesticides to kill them. So what is it that's going on? What influences crop-eating pests? Pesticides create pesticide immunity, and that immunity actually results in more crop-eating pests. And what I have is a pesticide immunity reinforcing structure, which is taking me in absolutely the wrong direction that I want to go. So I continue to ask, okay, what else influences crop-eating pests? Oh, controlling insects. In other words, there are insects that like to feed on the crop-eating pests, though why aren't there more of them? Well, what influences controlling insects? My spraying pesticides ends up killing a lot of the controlling insects, so I diminish them, which in fact increases the crop-eating pests, and I end up with a predator destruction reinforcing structure, so that this is another reinforcing cycle taking me in an absolute direction that I don't want to go. And I could continue doing this on and on and on. So that's essentially the way that I finally arrived at developing a relationship model or a simulation model. I begin with what it is that I'm attempting to understand, and I build a set of relationships from that point forward. If it's a simulation model, I build a piece, test a piece, build a piece, test a piece, so that if it blows up, it's probably the last piece I added. Now, I should admit to you that this was sort of an orderly unfolding of this structure, because once I built it, this is the way it made sense to talk about it. The construction of it could be extremely chaotic in terms of which way I go, in terms of what influences this and what does it influence, but it's always the same two questions over and over and over again. What does this influence and what influences this? And when I get to a point where I can't think of any other influences and I think I need more, I go and explain it to someone else and ask them to help me better understand the relationships that I'm wrestling with. Note that I could continue to evolve this structure further in terms of, well, if the controlling insects are good and I'm killing them, then maybe I should stop killing them and figure out how to actually develop them so that they do more of the work that my pesticides used to do. You just continue to develop the relationships, because the model is intended to be a simplification of reality that promotes understanding, and you continue to evolve the understanding as you better understand the relationships that are at work. So hope you found this of interest, and there'll be another video before too long probably. Bye.